Are you an insurance agent who is looking to you're looking to 10x the way in which you contact with your leads. You're looking to implement artificial intelligence. You're looking to go ahead and get your conversion ratio to higher numbers, but you probably right now are either manually calling your leads, or you probably don't have any automations put in place in your business. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and make a video just kind of covering a tutorial as far as how you can use a next level, next generation CRM to be able to 10x your insurance game. Now, the tool we're going to be talking about right now is going to be talking about go high level for insurance agents, right? I'm going to be talking about go high level. I'm going to be talking about what it is, and I'm going to be talking about how you can go ahead and use it in your business and how we are using it and also leverage it to resell it as well. Okay, so this is basically going to be just more or less an interaction based, and I'm actually going to go ahead and dive into my go high level account and sub account to go ahead and show you and answer this common questions. So the first question most agents have is, what is go high level and how does it benefit independent insurance agents? Now, if you're an insurance agent and you are either working with leads or you're working with, referrals, whatever it may be, there has to be a way in which you can streamline the people that come into your pipeline and how you can be able to get those people to, convert into, sales, or you can go ahead and automate your workflow. So how high level helps you as an insurance agent is high level helps you, one, you can segment text messages. You can send text messages and you can send emails. How you would do that is, let's say for instance, I go into my contact base, which is basically, this is what your contact system is going to look like. Let's go ahead and search for a contact. Let's go ahead and search for myself. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so this is an example of a contact. What high level allows you to do right now is, let's say I wanted to send a text message to myself. I have the bulk of my leads into the CRM. I can add notes in there. I can add various tools and various, I can even book an appointment directly from here, from that lead, right? So for instance, I wanted to send an SMS, I come up here, send an SMS, and I can type in an SMS and I can send an SMS. If I had a Facebook details, I could also go ahead and message them on Facebook, message them on Instagram. There's various resources and various means of contact. I can reach out to this person from just however you want to think about it, whatever contact ratio they have. Like, let's say they opted in from Instagram. I can message them. I can send them PMs from here. I can go ahead and send them an email from here. I can choose who the emails is going to be from, the subject of the email, and I can also go ahead and type in the email content as well on here, right? So this is just one level of how I can go ahead and send go ahead and contact the lead. Now here's where high level kind of takes it to the next level. Get it? So it goes into the next level in the sense as to, I want you to think about it from a perspective of, now let's say I send an email, and when I send that email the customer or lead does not respond, or I wanted to send a bulk amount of emails. What I can do is I can come up here and create a workflow. What a workflow is basically is think about a workflow as best way to put it is, think about a workflow as a set of actions that you want to perform after something happened, right? Like an example is going to be, let's say they responded to your email, right? Let's go ahead and do something better. Okay, so we have a lead. The lead responds to my email, right? Okay, good. Now what do I want to do? Let's say it's a weekend and I don't check my response on the weekend, right? What I want to do is, now I want the CRM, right, which is going to be the computer. I wanted to, this is just the keyboard, to send this person back a response saying, hey, we are not available right now, but just go ahead and stay close to your phone. We'll go ahead and send you a reply as soon as possible. What I can do is I can go ahead and say here, come up here, and these are triggers. What a trigger is basically is what is setting up that action. What is going to make, what is the one thing that needs to happen before the artificial intelligence that is in this system responds, right? You can say, contact change, customer reply. That's what we're looking for, right? Customer reply. So the customer reply, you can choose, if they replied to your funnel or if they just replied at all. Let's say they just reply channel is SMS. I come up here, SMS, they replied to SMS. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that. So now the customer replied via SMS. Now what I want to do is, right now I only want to want this trigger to work in a weekend. So I'm going to do what's called an if else. And if else is just saying, if this condition is this, or else if it's this, then perform this, right? So what's going to happen is if, I believe that's going to be current day of week, all right, is weekend. Just the whole thing, weekend, all right? So if current day of week is weekend, all right, this is basically if this is a weekend out of office message, all right? So if current day of the week is weekend, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and send this person an SMS, and the SMS we're going to say is, and this is another beautiful thing, is you can make it very dynamic. So let's say Joe, Martha, John, Luke, Caleb, Nikki, Victoria, let's say they all reach out to me in the weekend and it's a weekend. What I can do here is this contact first name. This is a dynamic value. We are out of office, but we'll be getting back to you first thing Monday morning. Okay. You can also do this, which is if else, or you can come up here in settings and only keep this workflow active specific time. You can keep it active on Sundays and Saturdays, and you can just go ahead and turn off these days. Right. So what would happen is this workflow would only trigger on a weekend. These are various examples out there that you can publish out there, but these are just one of the few things at high level can help you out with your business. Second question is, what are the key features Go High Level of Go High Level independent agent should know? One, I already spoke about the workflow. The workflow is probably one of the biggest resources out there because you can do a variety of things, right? Like for instance, I just showed you guys, hey, if I wanted to send a reminder only on weekends or send a message only on weekends, I can do just that. Another thing as well you can do is you can, whenever someone books an appointment with you, you can come up here and you can set up various SMSs, emails that you want to go out whenever they book that appointment with you. Now, another feature as well that people don't usually talk about a lot is the calendar feature, right? So the calendar feature, think about it from the standpoint of you can come up here and you can build calendars, so you don't have to use Calendly anymore, right? Calendly is kind of one of the tools that a lot of insurance agents use as far as, hey, book a call with me, schedule a call with me. You don't have to do that. You can come up here and create a calendar. You can book your own calendar, and when you book your calendar, you can go ahead and let me just go ahead and show you what it's going to look like. You can you can create a calendar, and people can go ahead and schedule directly with you, and you can, based on that calendar from the workflow tab, set up workflows that would text them, email them reminders like you would with Calendly. There's just a little bit more setups than Calendly, but the tool is phenomenally powerful. Okay, so you can set up your time. Let's say I pick a time, 10 to 9 a.m. Continue. And I can come up here, put my name, my email, my phone number, and any additional information such as you want to collect. Do they have any medical conditions? Have they, been smoking? You can come up here and you can actually set it up to actually get that information on here, right? So this is just an example for you. The next thing here, and also another tool as well that most insurance agents is basically the power dialer, right? This is also coming from the workflow. So what you can do is you can create a workflow here that you start from scratch. And what this workflow will do is you can create a live transfer where you can go ahead and have the CRM call you, and then once it calls you, get you on the phone, it's going to call the lead, right? So like how you set that up is you come up here and you can say, form. Let's say they submitted a form submitted. It could be anything. It could be a Facebook form. Let's say we're doing Facebook lead form. Actually change that to Facebook lead form. Let's say you generate a Facebook lead and they responded to your Facebook lead form submitted. You can choose whatever form you want. I'm not going to go ahead and do that for now, just to keep this video short and concise. So you can come up here and add what is called, you can either come up here and do a manual call. A manual call just basically means you can, before I talk about the automation live transfer, you can set up as many of these as possible as you want, okay? Here, and the action. copy here. And what you can do is you can go ahead and, based off of this, is you can go ahead and add a contact into this workflow, and you can call them, multiple times, 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row. You can even call them 10 times in a row. And then at the end of it all, you can come up here and say, send SMS, right? And then after it all, just send an SMS. Hey, tried to call you and didn't get a response. Right? You can come up here and do that. You can also come up here and also add a voicemail. So you can come up here and add a voicemail. You can come up here and add a voicemail. All it's going to say is upload a file. You can come up here and upload a file. Let's do this for instance. You can come up here and upload a file. And when you upload the file, all it's basically saying is, hey, once they get that SMS, they also get a voicemail from me. So they get 3 calls in a row, they get a text message, then they get a voicemail from me, and then ta-da, done, right? So this is something you can do as well that will probably help you as far as increasing your lead contact ratio, right? Now, if you don't want to do all of this, you don't want to do all these setups, and you want, to sign up for our high-level account and our sub-account, get a sub-account with us, which comes with an appointment setup. You can get an appointment set up for an hourly rate. Just go to RIZNResults.com and get you an appointment set up, right? So this is uploading that. Once it's done, we can go ahead and save the file. It's a very high, high data. Your file is still going to upload it in a second. All right, while it's doing that, let's go ahead and do something else. Okay, so let's say I wanted to have the CRM auto call me and call them. You would come up here and click on the action call. Okay, now call whisper is, you can say anything, is hey, call from. All right, and this is just for you. And then you can put the contact, the first name, and disable. So this is voicemail detect, is just basically if it detects a voicemail. Now that is still uploaded on there for the voicemail, so it's not letting me do it. But the difference between the call function and the manual call function is this. The call function is an automatic call that the CRM actually will do by itself. So what it will do is it will call you, the user, based on the company phone number that you have, and then afterwards it's going to go ahead and call the lead. And then once it has live contact, it will merge the call, right? So what you can do is you can set that up. Pretty much, I usually recommend, if you're going to do that, it's still uploaded, so you don't have to do something different. Yes, a high file size. That's fine. Okay, I recommend before you, I'm going to use this action, but don't do it here, do it above, is before you do the call function, what you want to do is you want to click on the plus, and you want to go ahead and do a wait step. Okay, so the wait step, you want to wait, you want to wait 10, 15 minutes, or, you can do a time delay event or overdue appointment, right? So what you can do is you can do a time delay, which is pretty much, you can wait 5, you can wait 10 minutes, and then save it, obviously, from when the lead actually responded to you. And you can go ahead and use that to basically, they respond, you give them time to set up an appointment. If they don't set up an appointment, the CRM calls you, then CRM calls them, and then you can go ahead and, jump on the phone with them to close the deal. That is basically how you would set up an automated CRM live transfer. It's kind of a little tragic that the CRM is still kind of uploading that voicemail. I just realized the data I gave it was a 15-minute WAV file, so it's going to take forever before it uploads that. But let's go ahead and continue on. So the third thing is, how can independents use Go High Level for your marketing campaigns? Now, Go High Level, you can use for marketing campaigns because you can run text message, you can run drip campaigns where you can actually send text reminders to a list. All you would do is you just come up here, and let's go back to post. Save changes. Come up here to contacts, and you can come up here and upload a bulk database of contacts. Import, my bad. You can come up here and import contacts, and then you can go ahead and upload a file. And when you upload your file, you just come up here and let's use that one for instance. Once you upload your file, it's going to tell you to map it. Now you can go ahead and map the details. So for instance, I come up here and map, the name, the email, phone numbers. And once I've mapped all of the columns here, then it's going to say, do I want to go ahead and use this for a campaign or not, right? I'll give you guys an example. I don't want to map that. I got first and last name. We can come up here to, there's no value to that, so I'm just going to go ahead and do not import unmatched items. Next, and then you can come up here as to advanced. In advanced here, you can go ahead and add this to a campaign. So let's say you had a text message campaign, you can go ahead and add this to workflow to a campaign. Let's say I add it to this campaign or whatever campaign, right? And you can come up here and you can set up, as far as drip campaigns, if you're launching a mass text message, or let's say you already have a list here, let's not even do a campaign. Let's say you already uploaded your list, right? You didn't add them to any campaign. You come up here and select everybody in your list, and you can go ahead and send SMS, right? So let's say you wanted to send an SMS, you have 10 or more contacts, okay, proceed. And then here it's going to say, type your message. So you type your message, and do you want to send all of them at once? No, I don't recommend ever. If you send all of them at once, your number will be blocked and you can mark this as it won't be delivered. Or do you want to send all at scheduled time, or do you want to send in drip mode? I usually recommend sending drip mode. Start on what time and what's your batch quantity. I usually say, you send 7 messages every minute. 7 messages every minute. 7 messages every minute. You can alternate it as much as you want, but that's how I would recommend you do that. So that's basically one way you can do text message, email, drip campaigns. What is Go High Level? How does Go High Level compare with other marketing platforms? It doesn't compare because I think High Level is better than most platforms. You have, I'm not going to name names for the fact that they have their own brand, and I'm not here to try to tarnish any brand. But High Level has everything from, you have your website builder, funnel builder, you can build website funnels, text campaigns. You can completely digitize your internet platform. You can even build courses for your new agents, right? Such as recording videos like this to actually make a course. You can totally do that, right? And there's so many tools. I actually recommend. This is the questions I'm answering right now is just scratching this. That doesn't even scratch the surface as far as what you can do with the tool. So, there's going to be a link in the description. It's an affiliate link. Click on the link to go ahead and get you your High Level account now. What are the costs associated with using Go High Level, and how can independent agents manage them? So there's costs associated with using Go High Level, such as, if you come up here to your in your sub account. Let's say you have your agency account, or you come up here to your sub account. Now in your sub account is to, let me show you here if you have your SaaS configurator. So here in your sub account here, you can go ahead and set up as far as how you're going to be billed. Now for me, I'm trying to set it up to where I don't bill my users any additional fees. They just pay for the Twilio, email, resell settings. So 1.05 is the lowest it's going to let me go, because if I could, so this way they're only paying for what they use. But you're going to have to deal with, text, the charge. You have text, your charge per minute for the calls, your charge per email, and the way I like to look at it is $10. If you're not charging any extra money, your customer will, for $10, they'll get 14,000 emails. For $10, your customers will get 700 calls. And same thing as well for, if you're doing content AI, various tools. But if you're doing text and calls, just expect to actually get billed. You can see this by going into the agency set of the sub account, and you go ahead and review as far as agency billing, right? What are the customers using Go High Level? What are some case studies of successful marketing campaigns run by independent agents on Go High Level? Now, I do a lot of my marketing as far as we have golden milk campaigns, and we launch cold call campaigns, and we also do a lot of Facebook ads. Now, I wish I could dive into the financial part of things and actually show it to you, but from my perspective, is per se as to we are able to use High Level to go ahead and automate the outreach for all of the leads that come in specifically from Facebook. And we also use High Level for the invoicing to our customers as well, because with High Level, you can actually run your business on there. How can independent agents measure the success of their marketing campaigns using Go High Level? I mean, the way you can measure success as far as your campaigns is just, for instance, let's take you here to the dashboard tab. And here in the dashboard tab is to, I'm not tracking conversion rates and pipeline values. As you can see, we've had 1,500 leads come in over the past 5 months. But you can come up here and see, like for instance, we did tone down our ad spend a little bit. So here you can see how much you're spending as far as leads go, how much you're spending as far as impressions go, how much you're spending as far as your cost per click. So it will actually source that data for you, and it will even source the data for search campaigns. As you can see here, this is just April just started. So since April just started, we haven't gotten the data yet as of April. But you can see how many page views you've had in the past month, how many organic, how many people searching for you, paid and direct. And you can also see how many website visitors you've seen. You get 7,500 website visitors. I'm not tracking the conversion rate because my goal is just to kind of get as many people as we can in the door. So that's pretty much it. High level gives you the access to metrics and conversion data. Another thing as well that people don't pay attention to is the reporting tab. In the reporting tab, you have the ability to look at your call recordings to see how many calls you made. You can actually access call recordings, and you can go ahead and see, the data as far as how many calls you're getting in. And if you have agents, you can go ahead and see what the agent data is, how many agents do calls, and all of that good stuff as far as reporting goes. And what are the common mistakes made by independent agents who go high level and how they need to report it? Common mistakes agents make is they don't continue to increase their knowledge as far as high level goes. They don't subscribe to channels like this, which obviously you should subscribe right now. And they don't constantly practice. I personally recommend 30 minutes a day. You should be learning, practicing the new features of high level, and watching different YouTube videos that will be able to assist you with increasing your knowledge, right? But you need to be immersing yourself with the knowledge, and you also don't expect high level to be a magical tool that's going to come into your business and drastically change it. You need to give yourself at least 90 days to learn the tool and perfect the tool. Okay. And then also, most people rely on high level as this end all be all, but you have to understand high level is just a tool, right? The success that you get with the tool is dependent on the user. So you need to increase your knowledge and have great success. What are some additional resources available for agents, for independent agents to enhance their high level marketing skills? YouTube, definitely YouTube. I'm going to be coming out with more content to help you guys as far as how to create funnels, how to write the copy for the funnels, and also I'll be sharing with the templates as well. But that's it. Just go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video if you obviously saw some value from it, and that's pretty much all I have for you for now. And obviously have a nice and awesome week.